Should I tell it again in the cold open?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't laugh the first time.
I'm not going to laugh the second time.
I'm not going to tell my joke.
No, do it. I'll fake laugh.
I'm on a seafood diet.
Yeah.
I see food and I eat it if it's fish. Aw, thanks, man. Rest in peace, Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. Good one.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Congrats on episode 300.
300.
Yeah.
This is Sparta.
Aaron came into the recording room, saw my face, and said, "Oh, God, this is like mile 20 of a marathon looking at your face again."
And some days, you just show up and you push through it. And some
I'm
days
excited
are
to be
exciting, and some days are like, whoa, I could use a nap today.
Yeah,
But-
4:30 prime nap window.
Oh, I love it. Nice half hour. Boink.
Yep.
See ya.
Yep. But old me would have said 300. You got to do something like super special and grandiose, and it's got to be perfect. And then I had the Kobe Bryant mentality today, where it's like, no celebration, just like keep on. So we're gonna just keep on,
Keep on.
keep on.
Act like you've been there before.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, what are we going to do? What's the 300? Big whoop.
Big deal. So what is
At
what I say?
306, that'll be 3 years worth. So then we'll go nuts.
We have a totally just random rager at 307.
Yeah. It's over a year.
I mean, what's the difference?
Over 3
right?
years.
Yeah, what's the difference?
It's just numbers. Just
I want to ask you
milestones.
some more questions, and I hope they're unfiltered, comedy, insightful. People like the rapid fire one, maybe similar to that style. I wrote some more down.
Cool.
I thought about this one. If your camera was stuck at a focal length, or you had one lens and it was stuck at a focal length forever, what would it be and why?
It's a good question, and I want to think about it for a second.
No.
Because I went both ends of the spectrum.
Oh, I
And
knew
now-
my answer instantly.
Yeah. Being, I think, my number one passion is wildlife, I'm letting as much light in as possible. Wait, focal length?
Yeah. This guy,
I'm sorry.
this guy's
I'm an
mixing
idiot.
up focal length and
That's-
aperture,
Yeah.
and you're listening to him give advice weekly. And maybe you should
I
really
said I need a
reevaluate.
nap.
You should
need a
reevaluate your
nap.
life. I'm speaking to listeners.
The photographer mindset, not the photographer how to use a camera. Your fault for listening.
Yeah.
If you're looking for camera advice.
Yeah. We don't know anything about those. Yes.
I'm awake now.
Yeah. Welcome back, buddy.
Just one, not like a zoom lens, not a lens, a focal length.
Yeah, just you're getting there. You're getting there, buddy. Is this some like early age dementia going on?
No, I really want to do some wildlife in life, but that's so restricting in terms of the rest of the genres of photography.
Okay,
and
well,
what
you're
I
taking
like to
too
do.
long. I'm picking 500.
500?
Yeah, because
So
I
you're
can just always back up.
sometimes you can't.
Well, I'll
Not-
find a way. I'll go through walls.
Not
I'll
in a
tell-
house.
I'll tell the car I'm photographing to drive further away, or
Yeah. That'd be
500.
interesting. Trying to shoot like an Airbnb with just the 500, the detailed shots.
Yeah, you could do it.
Yeah.
You just go into the neighbor's house across the street.
It'd be
Let me
different.
shoot through your window.
Mhm.
Yeah. So 500 for me. It took me 2 seconds to think of that. Maybe I'm thick in the skull, but
Yeah.
it seems like I can just back up.
Or you could just get closer.
Macro everything.
Yeah. Or I'm feeling nifty 50.
Oh, you're way too conservative and safe.
Yeah.
Why are you such a steady safety blanket?
Well, I feel like I could still do some of my stuff that
I
I
feel like
to
that's
do.
just you, just like
No, it's just
steady.
being smart.
you're just a steady rock.
Once I
You know,
figured
can
out what-
count on him. He's going to show up on time every time. He's
Yeah.
going to You know, he's
With good
never
folk
missed a
lines.
bill in his life.
That's not true.
I want you to be just like rogue and crazy.
Yeah.
Unexpected. A dark horse.
On that theme, feel free to donate to the podcast. Links are in the description. It does help us out, folks.
Oh, that was an interesting plug. I liked it. That was unexpected if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
No, you're Mr. Steady. Can always count on you.
Well,
But those are the people you got to look out for because when they flip out, oh my gosh.
that's right.
I've never seen you mad. It'd be kind of fun. Wonder
I
what I'd
have
have to
been
do.
mad in a decade at least.
I wonder what I'd have to do to get you 9 or 10 out of 10 furious.
I think there's not much. Start attacking me.
Like smash your camera on the ground, just out of your hand.
Nope. I think I would just be surprised and in shock. And I'd be like, what the fuck, dude?
And then I'd be more mad that you weren't mad.
Yeah.
Why aren't you reacting?
You'd have to be attacking me
Okay.
or my son or my dogs.
Well, that's protective. That's not mad. That's
yeah, but I would tap into anger.
Yeah, you could probably beat me up. You're pretty big.
Oh.
But
My back if it held up.
oh, I know the weak spot. I'm just gonna run to the back of you and just
But I'm just gonna do that to your neck. He's complaining about his neck today. That's why.
Yeah, I went and cracked my neck before we recorded, and I said, you know, when you like crack a joint, it feels like it's gonna hit a vessel and just rupture it, and you're gonna die on the spot. That's what I felt like.
Where it goes like, think.
Yeah, I've had in mornings where I crack my neck and it shoots a jolt down my whole body.
Oh,
Yeah.
that doesn't sound right.
I knew somebody who cracked their neck and instantly puked. Isn't that gnarly?
Yeah.
Let's get back to photography, though.
Yeah.
Aaron and I were talking about how we just need to be more rogue on the show when we want to be. So, apologies in advance for any ADD or unhinged moments if they occur. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's bounce back and forth between just stupid, like my last question, valuable to listeners, and maybe storytelling in our sense, just to strengthen that
Yeah. Let's
social
go.
bond.
Move it.
I like to move it. Most embarrassing thing that's happened ever to you on a shoot. Let's go.
Okay, well, I need like a minute to think about
Okay,
these
well, then
things.
I'll
if
go.
you're ready, go.
I'm ready because I made the question. So I was like, oh, I have something I can talk about. Because so I was on a Airbnb shoot. I don't do those anymore, by the way. I don't like them. I just don't like spending tangent sidebar. I just don't like the whole, you're a master at this. There's a sidebar to a sidebar of getting paid to do these. I run into so many walls where it's the argument about, well, it's a free stay. And it's like, well, it's images for your place. And it just happens too frequently. And I don't love the genre enough to put up with it. So I don't really do it anymore. The only way I probably would is if I was traveling and I wanted to offset some costs. Anyways, I was on a Airbnb shoot. It's a really cool place. And I guess they have a lot of weddings on a property adjacent to where this rental is. And so they wanted to advertise that, they know a limousine service, and they wanted a limousine parked out in front of the rental as part of an exterior shot. So I was like, okay, I'm going to throw my drone up, kind of get everything from above, the limo, the, nice landscaping, etc. Owner is there. I buzz the drone up into the air. I don't think I've ever told this story. And I'm flying around, taking pictures, and then the thing just has an absolute meltdown and plummets to the sky, or plummets to the ground, rather, like 40 miles an hour. Just slams into the dirt. I shit you not. Maybe 2 feet from this pristine stretch limousine. Yeah, like enough that it would have shattered a windshield, dented it, and I would have been paying thousands in front of the owner. It bounces off the ground, hits it so hard it does like a dead cat bounce, and just continues to buzz a little bit before just completely flipping out and shutting off. And then I'm sitting there trying to, you have to do the classic thing to the owner. Like, I swear I'm competent. I swear I know what I'm doing.
Right. Jeez.
And bless her heart, she goes, "Well, if yours is broken, you can use mine." I was like, did you just see what happened? You're going to trust me with another drone? If I
But
was you, I wouldn't trust me after watching you almost send a air-to-surface missile at my friend's limousine.
I remember this story. Now, this was the second time the drone went like rogue out of the sky, right?
First time I had one just go 45 degrees, 50
Into a
miles an
tree.
hour, just straight into the ground, smashed into pieces. I don't like the unpredictability of drones because both times, and here's me, people are saying, "Oh, yeah, sure. I know Nooch gave me the gears over this. Sure, buddy."
Mhm.
But when you look at the telemetry, like my fingers are off the controls. You know how you can review it in air data?
Yeah.
And they just wig out. The first time it wigged out because I guess I took off underneath power lines.
Mhm.
It was still a free replacement, but I guess you can't do that. It was the first
It
year I got my
affected it.
drone and I
Yeah, I
bought it
remember
because
that.
I wanted to do the fall colors and I was so mad. Erg. Yeah, and then this happened. So that's the most embarrassing moment I've had in front of the client, in front of Haley, in front of this limousine driver, looking incompetent, I guess. Like nobody wants to look stupid. Nobody wants to
And
look stupid.
it's interesting when past things affect your present mindset because there's times where I throw up my drone and you're like, you're doing that here. And I'm like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
said that to you. I'm like,
yeah. Cause I'm
"Oh."
like, yeah, I've never, knock on wood, I've never had an issue. So I feel super confident about the situation. But
When have
you
I said that
have.
to you? I'm trying to remember.
We were at a pull off on the coastal highway in Alaska.
Oh,
So we're near like a highway essentially
yeah. I've just had them freak out.
and near
Anyways,
water also. And you're like, I don't trust this situation.
no, I do not trust drones at all.
Yeah.
I still fly them every now and then, but the whole time I'm thinking, doesn't matter what I do, this thing could just decide to go south.
Yeah.
But in my defense, I didn't get mad, didn't scream, I was pretty stoic about it, but it was still inherently embarrassing.
Yeah.
And it could have been really bad. That could have cost me thousands.
Yeah.
And I was flying it inside like 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
So,
I know people out there don't want to pay extra money for things, but if you're doing stuff professionally, like insurance is an important concept to
oh
think
yeah, I
about
wasn't insured at the time.
and to have just for peace of mind, because if had that happen, that's out of Seth's pocket.
Yeah, I had no business insurance at the time. Funny thing though, also, I don't know if it's like this where you are in the States, but here in Canada, you can't get drone insurance for your um, covered under your business insurance if you tell them you're a photographer. Like they just don't want to deal with it.
Hmm.
You have to get separate drone insurance. So when I went to Manitoba a few years ago, I bought business insurance, which covered me personally, which I still have to this day. And I had to buy separate drone insurance, which I just bought at the time for the duration that I was there. So when I'm flying my drone now, I'm not doing it over people or weddings or in cities. I'm usually in open fields, so I don't have my drone insured. I
Right.
don't have like liability insurance.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, it was
Something to
embarrassing.
think about. Yeah, that is an embarrassing one. I can't beat that one. I haven't had too many. I'm just like
You're
Seth
too
said,
steady.
too
You're a
steady.
rock.
Show up prepared.
What's the Seinfeld quote? Something bad's going to happen to you at some point.
Oh, I'm a blessed human. That's what I say.
Good for you. Running the
Uh,
gauntlet.
Yeah, I don't know. I
All
mean,
right. Well,
I've had embarrassing moments like after the fact or feelings of embarrassment. Maybe not embarrassment, but if like someone doesn't love something or calls you
yeah,
out
that's not
on a
the same.
mistake, it's not the same. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
No,
Well,
I got nothing.
you don't got to answer it.
Oh, you know what? I might have one that beats you.
Oh, you know what? I might actually be human and have done something embarrassing.
It wasn't me, but I was in charge. So it was me.
Oh, how responsible.
I had a shoot, and Nooch, if he's listening, is going to be cracking up because we got a whole bunch of people together to do this shoot. And part of it was a cabin shoot, and we stayed at a cabin, cleaned up, left the next day. And one of the participants, two things happened. One of the participants smoked cigarettes. Ew. And they were throwing their butts all in the yard the whole time.
The dart yard.
The dart yard.
That was the name of my house in college.
Could not believe that this happened, but the guy was like, there's cigarette butts everywhere. That's unacceptable. And I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't even think to like look there because I'm not a smoker. It's not something I would normally feel like I need to clean up. And shame on whomever did that. Names unnamed.
But you know.
Oh, I know. And the second part to this phone call was like, and hey, did someone spill a whole bag of potato chips in the hot tub or throw up? And I was like,
or a combination of the two.
Oh my God, I don't know. I didn't check that. They're like, yeah, there's like food or something in there.
Next time I will check for regurgitated potato chips in your hot tub.
And that phone call was extremely embarrassing. I can still remember I was in my office at work taking that call and how hot I got.
On speaker in front of colleagues?
Yeah, from some kids. And they're like, Mr. Manis, you should not be doing those things. But no. Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
Mr. Manis is hosting those kinds of parties.
Cigarette and jacuzzi parties.
Cigarette jacuzzi orgies.
Okay. Let's not put that on there. Jesus Christ. He said orcas. Orca whales from Alaska. Orcas.
We talked about how it doesn't matter. You can be unhinged. Nobody cares anymore. The internet is a free-for-all and just like whatever. We're still decent people even if I say cigarette potato chip orgies.
For the record, that was a joke, everyone that's listening.
Now people wonder. Or what about when you're in the Adirondacks and you park too close on the shoulder?
Oh, yeah, that wasn't a client shirt. Yeah.
Did you roll your car or it slid down? You couldn't get it out? Nothing more embarrassing than when a man can't drive.
Yeah. I new car, 4Runner, thought it could handle anything. It could not.
Your little baby 4Runner couldn't get out?
Yeah, I parked in the gravel, and then when I tried to leave, it just like turned with the 4-wheel drive. It half skid on the concrete versus the asphalt rock, and kind of just got trapped. I had to get it towed out. We were in a no service zone, and the mosquitoes were fresh. And we were waiting and flagging people down to try to help us to call for tow when they got into service. Probably waited 2 hours. But in that time, we did a shoot for PACA, because why not while you're there? Wow. When life gives you lemons, make PACA sock commercials. And we did that. And that got us some further work. So
good.
Yeah.
Good. Your 4Runner still couldn't get out of a jam, though. So
I still have her, though. That 4Runner, still doing well.
You 4Runner guys are all the same. You're like the big muscle dummy in the gym. Look at my big 4Runner. But then it can't touch its toes.
Mine's not as modest. Well, now it can. Now it has good tires on it.
Oh, speedy fast tires?
No, it has like a little bit of grip.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on. I'm done teasing you. Do you want to ask one? I got some more.
No, keep them going.
Ooh, most underrated piece of photography gear in your kit.
The bag.
What do you mean? How's that underrated? Wouldn't that be like an appropriately rated piece?
Maybe, but I think bags are tough to find like, oh, this one really works for me. As the features I need, it's ergonomically correct. It works, whatever.
Really?
And I think we just kind of take it for granted. I think we do.
I see so many complaints about bags and the best camera bags and all this stuff. And I just like don't get it. I've never had a problem with mine. I've never focused too much on it. I just put my shit in, it works.
Yeah, but there's
I did,
certain things that, like, make it annoying or not annoying that I
really?
think is, like,
Is this just
very
not majoring
helpful.
in minor things?
Not to me.
Ugh. Like, to me, the bag is the bag. It's got sections, it fits what I need it to fit, and it's comfortable. Let's go. Let's, like, not fret over all the little stuff. Or I'm just, like, super tone deaf here, and I have a really nice bag, and I don't even know it, which is
Maybe you should
entirely possible.
share
It's
what
a
bag you have.
I don't know, it's a Vanguard bag, and it's black.
Well,
Do you think it'll fit on camera? Should we see?
yeah, please share.
Oh, it's full of stuff, though.
Well, that'll be good. We'll see, like, what kind of, space it holds, what it's holding,
Oh, it's gonna all
what's in
fall
the
out.
bag.
You're gonna make me dump all my lenses on camera, and then that will be the most embarrassing moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
I gotta get the mic in front of me. It's a Vanguard?
The Vanguard. You've had that for a while.
Yeah, because
It works.
it's just an absolute staple. I can't show it in there. We'll do it a
It's
different
alright.
time, but it's good.
The Vanguard. Hey,
I
it
can
works, and it
probably
works for
holds like
you,
yeah,
and
like
that's
50
important.
pounds.
That's
Yeah,
important.
it is important.
Uh, so I just think a good bag that you can pack up and you know where things go and it fits your
That's
things,
just it.
and
If you know where the stuff goes and you have a system that you can build, great.
if
But
you
you're
have
gonna
a
struggle to build your system with any bag. I think that's why people shit on bags so much, is they buy one or they
yeah,
and it's like they're in the learning curve of putting their gear together in the most ergonomic or efficient way, and the struggle
yeah,
is frustrating. It's like, well, I'm still refining my bag, my lens and camera placement 6 years later. Like,
yep.
it's not an easy thing to haul stuff everywhere.
No. No, especially if you're into, like you said, drone stuff. Oh, you want a wildlife and landscape. It'd be nice if you're just, like, really focused on one thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a
And
landscape guy. Forget the 200 to 600 on this trip.
yeah.
Oh, there's a bear. Cool. I'm gonna look at it. There's a bear. Cool. I saw a bear.
And maybe the complaint's like, "Oh, my back hurts. This bag sucks." Maybe your back sucks. Maybe your back's weak.
Uh,
Just
yeah.
honestly, I wonder how often the bag gets blamed for structural inefficiencies in
That's possible.
strength of the person carrying it.
Mhm. Freaking wimps.
I
Get off
say
the
this all the
show.
time, man. Just like, if you love photography and you hate exercise, there's a good reason to start loving exercise, because it's only going to get harder to carry stuff and like get down on your knees and do these things. Like, I'm aware of that at 31, looking into the future.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be in a place where my body is inhibited, like, within reason. I understand if I'm 95, I'm not hiking to the top of Sulphur Mountain, likely. But I don't ever want to be in a place where I'm now restricted because I didn't look after myself. That's, you know, prolonging that effect is well within my realm of things that I can control. So why would I not prioritize that?
It's a very smart outlook.
I'm not
Do it.
judging other people. I'm just saying, like, if you neglect your body for so long, what do you expect?
Yeah. I mean, I've learned both ways with that. And at 31, you can feel pretty good and be kind of like a weekend warrior, but that eventually breaks down. So you gotta do the things to protect yourself before there's a
Yeah.
problem. That's
Yeah.
the best
Yeah. Preventative
thing.
medicine.
I've heard a really good thing lately I've been on, and I think it's true. I think it's accurate. I think your body will only be as mobile as it feels safe. So people's hips or you're tight or your back is sore, like whatever it may be, your body will restrict movement because it's not stabilized. So flexibility comes with strength and mobility, not necessarily stretching. You can stretch all day long, but if you're not strong in certain areas, it's not going to help. Like you said with my IT band, like you need to,
Mm-hmm.
my IT band hurts. That doesn't mean stretch the side of my leg
No.
nonstop. It means build up the strength that's creating the issue. the instability.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I hear you.
I think range of movement, like can you do a deep squat with your feet on the ground without having your hips pinch and those kinds of things? Very childlike movement, keeping your back straight, all
Yeah.
those things. Anyways, I digress, but
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Usually when you have, I'm not an MD or a physiotherapist or any of this stuff, but just
Mhm.
anecdotally, whenever there's pain somewhere, it's not usually the center of the pain that's the cause of it. It's an inefficiency elsewhere. It's like when you said, I have IT band pain, I'm like, yeah, you have weak hips, or sorry,
Mhm.
you have tight hips and weak glutes. And you're
Mhm.
like, I do?
Yeah, I
I don't even
probably
know I
do.
do. And then you probably worked on it and you're like, oh, this feels better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. For me, like mobility is um, strength with a full range of motion.
Right.
So
Mhm.
super important. Good,
Yeah.
good sidebar. I'm going to answer my own question. Most underrated piece of photography gear is a good set of the thinnest gloves you can find that keep your
Mhm.
hands somewhat warm. As a person who's out in winter on the East Coast, I want a pair of gloves that uh, are recognized by touchscreen. So my camera and my phone are thin enough that I can manipulate controls and my fingers in the way that I like and keep my hands not necessarily warm, but not at the end of frostbite. I don't want to not feel them. I don't care if they're cold for 2 or 3 hours, but I put so much weight in a good pair of gloves that do those 3 things. Thin, sort of warm, touchable, and I can, manipulate my fingers around.
Do you have a brand?
Underrated.
What do you like?
I have a pair of Under Armour gloves that I
Yep.
really, really love,
Good.
um, that I use for running as well.
Nice.
But I just, you know, I've done the heated gloves where they're battery powered. Annoying as hell. You got to charge them. They're bulky.
Yeah, yeah,
I've done bare hands, which I
yeah.
still
Oof.
do when I fly my drone in the cold.
Mhm.
You know, bare hands in -30 sucks. That's just not a smart decision. Your hands hurt by the end.
Yeah.
And I've done things like I mean, I do like my Valoret. Is that how you
Uh-huh.
say it? Haley
I
got me a
think
pair.
so.
They're awesome. I just like them in general as gloves. I don't really if I have my preference, I prefer something thin where I can feel like I still have tons of dexterity and I can touch screens
Yep.
and where okay, my hands are a little cold, but I'm not dying out here. I'm not frostbitten.
Right, right.
So,
I have my Valoray ones. I like those.
good for you.
Yeah.
I
They
like the
they
Valorets and
move the thumb and the
yeah,
forefinger.
I just want the whole hand ideally movable. I
Mhm.
like to feel like the camera is connected to my body.
Yep.
Like it's
I
just
hear
an
that.
extension. And when I have bulky things on my hands, it very much feels like a foreign object.
Yep, 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 yep.
So,
Cool,
um,
cool.
biggest mindset shift you've had as a creator since you've started till now? I guess you have more experience as a creator beyond just a photographer because you've been creating music for a long time. But
Mhm.
let's stick to biggest mindset shift you've had as a photographer thus far.
I think it goes along the lines of people pleasing. Um, it's again like year 6. In the beginning, it's really trying to do things that I think people will like. And this is kind of Rick Rubin stuff where it's like, I just saw a quote with him, like, I don't change one note, one piece of the music or one thing that I thought was good or the artist thought was good because I think someone else won't like it or won't think it's right or whatever. And I think I've naturally just gotten a little bit more into that of like, yeah, trying to please what a client wants or what they're looking for, but not completely selling your soul to make someone happy. If the arrangement doesn't work, it's okay to pass a job on. It's okay to move on to the next thing or just politely say it's not for me.
Right.
So I
So
think that's the growth of like sticking to like what you like and doing it and um being who you are.
Okay. So creating for you and not
Yeah.
for others, in simplest terms, has been
Yeah.
your biggest mindset shift as a creator.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I have so many, but I'll pick one. And for me, it's that it doesn't get easier.
Yeah.
I think there's this facade in our minds that, okay, like I'll make it, I'll get there, right? And then it'll be leisure time. I'll have my feet up. I'll be enjoying the fruits of my labor. It will be, um, it will be a reachable success.
Mhm.
And I've come to the understanding through mainly photography, because we talk about it every week and done enough of it over the last decade,
Mhm.
that where you are now is where you once wanted to be, and where you are right now, you still feel the struggles to progress and move the bar forward, and that will never go away.
Yeah.
You mentioned it on a previous episode where you work so hard, you learn, you fail, you make mistakes, you improve, you reach this new plateau where you could only have dreamt about being 3 years ago.
Mhm.
And now this new plateau feels normal to you, and it comes with its own set of new problems and new challenges and new sets of mistakes and discouragements. And prior you, 3 years ago, you, just as an arbitrary number, may have thought like, where you are now is making it. That's success. I'll have made it. And you come to realize, hey, no, no, no. This repetitive cycle is forever until you no longer do this.
Yeah. Forever.
And this isn't inherently a bad realization. I think the realization and the point that you come to is accepting that if this is fact, the only way through this and to enjoy this practice and life is to have fun in the moments of struggle, have fun doing the thing, have fun figuring out what you don't currently know yet while you're in the moment. For example, I'm editing an interview right now, which I've never pieced together and made cuts and for a two-person interview on camera, and it's frustrating as hell right now, but I feel like I've through the principle we've just talked about, I've built enough of an awareness to kind of step back and be like, "Huh, this is fun. I'm gonna figure it out. I've figured out
Mhm.
everything before, uh, and I'm not going to take away from myself the joy that this moment could bring, even though it's confusing, potentially frustrating. I don't understand fully what I'm doing, but I will. And this is part of the necessary process to be able to reach the next level of progress, which to me, on a macro sense, is very fulfilling and what makes the creative process joyful.
Yeah.
So, otherwise, if you get stuck in the I don't know what I'm doing, this is hard, I'm confused, I'm making mistakes, when am I ever going to get it right or feel like I know what I'm doing? If you get stuck in that, I feel like you're just going to invite misery and unnecessary suffering, because if you're somebody who cares about improving and getting better, you'll always be chasing that goalpost. It'll always be moving. So your only option is to have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah. Well said. I think it's the growing cycle, right? Those plateaus.
What other choice do you have? I
I don't
guess
know.
you could say that my other choice is to not have those moments of frustration, mistakes, failure, disappointments. But if that's the case, then you're not pushing forwards. So,
I think that's you learn the blueprint of like learning and pushing forward. It's these plateaus and these periods of like I'm not going to get any better. You feel that sort of fixed mindset creep in, and then you just find this like avenue somehow, whether it's a new genre or a new concept that you're going to chase or a new creative endeavor, and then you get through these little things.
yeah.
You change, you evolve. Doesn't even mean you're necessarily growing, I guess, but um, doesn't mean you're necessarily getting. You're just changing, which is better or not better. I don't know, but you're just evolving into the you that's you now.
Yeah, exactly. There's a really wonderful story that I'm searching as you're saying this. I think it's a children's book, but it's called A House for Hermit Crab. Have you heard of this?
Nope.
Um, Look it up when you're done.
Okay.
It's basically the story about a hermit crab, how the crab inside the shell continues to grow and it has to leave the shell in order to go find a bigger one. And when it leaves the shell out of sheer necessity in order to continue to thrive, it's exposed, vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
unconfident, not sure where it's heading. And then it eventually finds a bigger shell and it has to continue to do that, or it stays in its shell forever and never grows.
Yeah,
So
I think I have heard that story.
it's a nice little story, and it's much more eloquently dictated than what I just did. But I like kids' stories. They're so simple and they're so useful. Okay, what is your biggest fear as a creator, if you have one, and how do you face it?
Uh, I don't know. I think a little bit is you touched upon this as a spry 31-year-old. In my head, I was like, "Shut the fuck up, 31. Worry
Why
about
did you
your."
say it out loud? It would have been way better.
No, because it's true, and you should be thinking about that as a 31-year-old.
Yeah, right. Like just because you're not in it now.
Yeah, but as a mid 40-year-old,
Sure.
44, almost 45. Whew. What are you doing, dog? Get the F down.
I told Aaron we're now a show
Unbelievable.
that has
Unbelievable.
inevitable dog interruptions, but
Yeah, it's
what
when
happens,
we record at 4 and they're not 4:30. They're not tired
what
yet.
happens when you have a heart of gold and you adopt another dog?
Big mistake.
The ladies are like, "You're so dreamy," and he's having to push through crowds of women and maybe men that want him.
This is a mistake. This squeaky toy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would you get a squeaky toy?
I don't. You get a dog and everyone's like,
Yeah.
here's 1,000 squeaky toys, and you're like, you know what, people with the squeaky toys, thank you, but no, thank you.
Yeah, you're not using your brain.
I'm trying to do a podcast here, and the squeaky
Yeah.
toy is not helping.
Yeah, you're
So I'm
not using
holding
your
it.
brain.
And now they're just staring at me.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
And you're trying to think about what you're doing, and now your dog's barking at you, and now I have to use Adobe Podcast to get Sedona the fuck out of the friggin' recording.
Yep. Well, what can you do?
Not much I can do.
We can record at night.
We could.
That'll help. All right. I'm going to move this squeaky toy.
I like how he's phrasing it like I'm the one who chose 4:30, where if I showed you our texts, he goes earlier is better.
Yeah, it's true. Last night would have been great.
Yeah.
You got hockey? You still do hockey?
Hacky? Yeah, Tuesdays. Hacky?
Okay.
Yeah, friggin' Yankee.
All right. I'm focused again.
Okay. Reset?
What were we saying?
I was asking what your biggest fear
Right.
as a creator is, and you said it was building off of a prior point that
Yeah. So age, like I think this is a little bit of an excuse, and I realize that, but as things get like faster technology wise and whatnot, like it's a game I don't necessarily want to be doing a lot of. The social media, the learning AI, learning like
yeah, I feel you.
let alone I feel somewhat ridiculous, I'll be honest. Like if I have to do an Airbnb or a shoot or like doing stuff for SEO, like acting like I'm modeling stuff, like it's a I don't know. It's like that's not my thing.
Why
It's
don't
for
you
the
switch to like UGC? I mean,
what's that?
it's like more user generated content where you're not so produced.
So produce, yeah.
Well, like when you say I'm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
modeling or you're standing in a certain spot with a certain pose with a certain
Yeah, yeah.
jacket, the light hitting it the certain way, like that's a produced photo. I'm
Right, right.
saying there's a big need for a lot of brands to have user generated content where anyone with a phone could kind of make it. And it's
Yeah.
art, it's an art form in its own right. I mean, you actually have UGC creators who make a killing and a living off of generating that kind of stuff in mass.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be an opportunity for you to pivot to more of that if you A, don't like it, and B, feel uncomfortable doing it.
Yeah, and I do. I either bring other people and be behind the camera a bit more,
Sure.
or what have you. But just, I guess, just getting older in general and like not losing the fire of youth
You still
a
got
bit.
vigor, so I like it.
I sure do. I sure do. But yeah, at some point, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, just picture a 50-year-old or 60-year-old doing some of the things I'm doing. I'm like, it's kind of fucking lame.
Why? What do you mean?
I
Like
don't know.
what?
Maybe it's just imposter syndrome coming out, but
Yeah, it
just
sounds
like,
like you're in your own way.
yeah, and I'll keep going with whatever I need to keep going with, but it just seems like a little, I don't know. Like Ian Jones's famous clip on our podcast of like, if you have Snapchat in your 30s, like, what's going on, dude?
Oh yeah, that was a
Like,
big rage bait video. There was so many comments on that.
yeah,
Like,
but at some point, I feel like it trickles down. Like
into what
Facebook's okay
though?
if you're 60. Instagram's okay if you're 50. Like it
Oh
just
man.
it kind of trickles down. It's all bullshit. I know. I'm just fucking
Yeah, it
having
is all bullshit.
discussion.
It is all bullshit, but I guess part of you believes it. Like you're free to do whatever you want at whatever age
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying though.
Or fear of like, how about this in a different way? Clients being like, I'd rather the 25-year-olds come do the Airbnb. Like your photos are great, but you not the look we're going for.
Well, so then why would they pick them over you in that instance? There'd have to be a significant need that you can't provide.
Yeah, their sexiness.
Yeah, but so many of the Airbnbs want ghost people anyways,
I know.
where it's not a
Well,
you can't see the person's face predominantly in it, where it's,
yeah,
you've said
yeah,
it
and you can get
yourself, where
models, and you can get
where
the
it could
Airbnb
be
is a bad
anybody.
example. Whatever,
I don't think you're making
anything.
excuses.
I don't know. I'm trying to answer the effing question, dude.
But you're being honest. I like it. I'm just poking holes in it. And you're being honest. So
Yeah,
here I am telling you your fears are stupid,
yeah.
which is sometimes useful to hear, I guess.
I'm just gonna adopt more dogs for your
Just bear eating dogs.
yeah.
Just that's your
Botox? No Botox.
midlife
Botox.
crisis. Just
Oh,
you have 50
so many.
dogs.
400 dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The podcast evolves into a mental challenge for people to see if they can do 50 minutes of while you speak.
Yeah. I'm Aaron Manis on Foster Fails. Co-host Seth.
Yeah. Okay, I go.
All right.
Currently for me, it's feeling like the deeper I get into something, the more required I am to do it, and feeling trapped in the sunk cost fallacy. Like even though I'm aware of it logically and rationally, there's a part of me that feels like, okay, I'm not suggesting this is what I want to do, but I think I mentioned this on a previous episode and it's been quite recent was like, okay, let's say I've been a photographer for 10, 15 years and I've sunk so much time into making connections with clients and learning how to edit and building a portfolio and sponsors for the show and ambassadorships, etc. I'm not trying to gloat. I'm just saying like I have honestly worked hard for those things. And I feel like the more you continue to have wins, small, medium, or large, the harder it is to walk away from something if you were to ever lose the love of it. So, and to me, it's like a sense of being trapped in your own, in a box of your own making. And why that's a fear is because art, for me, photography started out as something that was completely free of, it was just a freedom of expression. I can make whatever I want, whenever I want. I can edit it how I want. I can share it to whoever I want or not share it to whomever I want. And I feel like it has the ability to become this machine, the social media machine, the income machine, the as you build up, I feel I get that I'm saying the same thing, but it's just so much harder to feel like I could go start a new chapter in life if I wanted to. And I wonder what level of courage it would take to say, I've to honestly be able to say to yourself, I've seen this through and I'm ready to move on to something else. It's almost like grieving a chapter of your life potentially. So, and that's the other thing too. I don't ever want to walk away from something feeling like I didn't give it everything that I could. And at the same time, I realize that it is impossible to give everything that you can. There's always something more to do. There's always a way to repurpose this podcast and do a blog post and then like into a short-term YouTube video and like, oh, let's you do one trip a year, let's do two. I mean, it just can never end. So it's similar to the last point I made where um the bar keeps on moving in terms of new challenges and things like that. That's fun, but at the same time, if that's just the endless pursuit, you can also feel like there's no way out. And I would like to be able to feel like if there ever came a time where I was done with photography or videography, that I could walk away from everything I had built and not feel bad about it.
Yeah, that's very is deep and vulnerable and a very good point. And I think I feel that too. And it is tough. And I think it reminds me of a study that I saw that most people report that they want twice as much money as they make. Whether you make 20,000, they wish they had 40,000. Whether you make 100 million, wish we had 200 million. Uh, and I think it's similar in the pursuit of photography with social media, with followers, with clients, with money, with how many jobs you had per year, building, 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 building. It's kind of endless. Like you can continually try
Mhm.
to build and do more things and do more and do more. And I think humans judge success on how much and how long.
Sure.
And I think it doesn't necessarily have to be a forever thing to be successful. And I think it doesn't necessarily have to be the most of something to be successful. So I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of opportunity to close a chapter and even for a little bit, close the book for a little bit and take a rest, take a reset. And maybe there's a part that's like an addiction to whatever the thing that it is. Like to me, are you able to put something down? Like if you said, "Hey, bud, I want you to quit caffeine," I'd be like, "Okay, done tomorrow." If like that's we're gonna do that, okay, that's easy. If you said, "I want you to uh, delete your photography account," I'd have a really hard time, I think, saying I really could delete Instagram for a few reasons, like my music page and photography page and all the work that I put into it, all the that history. Wow, deleting it would be gone, just be
Mhm.
gone. But also, like, what a sense of relief! What an opportunity to like rebuild at some point. as well.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I, I know, and I know what you're saying. And even with the podcast, like we've done 300, does that lock you into 300 more? Does that lock you into an eternity of meeting this every week? Does
Sure.
that leave space for the love of photography that we had? And I've always thought of it as like, let's just randomly pick a number. When I first started out, let's say I put in 20 hours of photography per week to straight shooting, being out in the woods, shooting, being creative, doing whatever I wanted to do. No clients, no pressures, no podcast time, no editing, no, just completely shooting. I had 20 hours. And now I have, let's say, 5 hours a week with podcast stuff. I
Yeah.
have 5 hours a week of outreach and returning editing to clients. I have these dogs, which I'm going to put up for adoption in a second. But I kid everyone. But there's only so much time, and then you lose the passion and the love because it gets filled in with other parts of the puzzle. So it is a fear that that cycle keeps going and keeps squeezing out the love, the actually going to shoot. I can't tell you the last time that I went to shoot for myself for like wildlife.
Yeah.
Probably Alaska. But even was that for myself necessarily? We're running a trip.
Yeah. We had a lens video review.
Yeah. Which like it is for myself, but it wasn't like me going out here with nothing involved except the shooting.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Uh yeah. I think part of what I deal with a lot is feeling like stopping something. My brain can't tell the difference between walking away from something nobly and quitting early. And in my brain, I think I was raised this way where like you're if there's one thing you're not going to be, it's a quitter. Cuz that's essentially, the worst thing you can be is a quitter. If you take that message and run with it as a young kid, uh you can confuse it with tactfully walking away from something as you are a failure. Um so I think part of the work on myself, maybe moving into the future, is again understanding that um, leaving something, should you choose to, I'm not suggesting I am, but should you choose to, doesn't erase all the work that you've done. It's still meaningful. It's still built character. It's still built experience. It's still built relationship that doesn't just disappear with one decision. Uh, it's that, and then I think also understanding that you're permitted and allowed to make decisions to cease action, and not that doesn't equate you to being a sellout or it essentially being a fail.
I really agree with that. I think societal pressures have shifted that view on in certain topics, and I'm trying to think like some things are rewarded to walk away or take a break or rest or working out. It's important to have a rest week. It's important to switch and cross train. It's important to uh, focus on different disciplines. uh, Writing an album, like you do need to take a break. You need to explore other genres, rest the brain, rest the muscles, trying to figure out some new creative venture. You can go years between albums in
Yeah.
art. Writing a book, writing the next Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, like there's years in between.
Yeah.
We get stuck in this cycle, and I think especially social media pushes this like more, 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 more. Don't slow down, you'll lose your momentum.
Yeah.
Versus saying like, No, maybe I need to put the camera down for a year. I don't think that would be unheard of 50 years ago with photographers,
Maybe not.
where they'd say, like, I'm going to take a break for a while. I haven't shot in a couple months. Let me dust this thing off.
Yeah.
Versus I need to post 3 times a day and do videos and behind the scenes and be funny and be charming and be
Sure.
this, and this.
And the
Not to
funny thing,
mention starting a podcast or having relationships like there's 2 of us here.
yeah. The funny thing too is you say, post, you gotta do this, and this. I don't even do those things to the extent that people who are really serious about YouTube and social media
Oh, yeah.
do.
Not even
And I still
close.
feel the pressure, like I should be doing that.
Mhm.
I should be doing that. This is part of, if you're not going to share it there, what else are you going to do with it? Like, what are you doing all this for? That's a big one with me. If you're not going to share it, what are you doing all this for? And it's a good question because, I've lost the desire to, um, people kind of know how we feel about that platform. And maybe we're not the people to come to for inspiration on how to grow an account or, but, like, man, like, I don't wanna be on there, and so it's been hard for me to be like, "Okay, well, now what? Now what do I do with my expertise or my passion or my creativity?" And something that has really helped, and this goes back to one of our previous questions, like, what's been a good mindset shift for you? And it's happened more as I've gotten more of the kinds of clients that I've wanted to shoot for, the ones that are involved in the outdoors, is you're not taking photos. You are contributing to a value system with visual assets. You're
Mhm.
contributing to hopefully something that you feel is important in the world that potential consumers should know about because it aligns with your principles and what you value in life. So for example, I've brought this camp up so many times, Camp Panaka that I do work for. And like I don't feel like I'm creating, I am, but I don't look at it in the sense of I'm taking pictures and I'm creating video for them. I look at it as I'm trying to create projects and visual assets that will encourage parents to send their kids to one of the best places on earth and do one of the things that is most, you know, is going to have a huge impact on their growth as a young man because it's an all
Mhm.
boys camp. Like that's the way I see it. So I look at it now as I want to be a part of that. I want to contribute to that. I believe in that. So that's been kind of helpful in just, oh, well, you just take pictures for them and you get money. I like the thought of I'm part of something bigger. And I guess that sort of circles back to the concept of community. Uh, I like to think that a parent, mom or dad sees this video that I've made that I've put a lot of my effort into and are like, I want my son to feel that same way that those kids do. Mission accomplished for me. And that's helped me with that dialogue, has helped me kind of with, oh, you need to be posting, you need to be on social media, you need to be doing YouTube, you need to be doing all that stuff. Like, sure, that's great. But at least now I don't feel like I have to be doing those things. Like I have other outlets that I can channel my creativity into where I can share my videos or my photos, etc. It doesn't have to be all the things that people are screaming at you to do, things that I don't necessarily want to be a part of. On the contrary, things that I actually believe are detrimental to mental health. We're talking about
Mhm.
how, camp just now is good for boys and young girls or whatever. Like I think social media is terrible for people in the macro sense, like screen
Yeah.
time and comparison and gotta do this, gotta do that. Like I don't see that as part of my value system anymore. I once did. So why would I spend time and effort in that arena when I can do it elsewhere and align it with what I actually do feel has value?
Yeah. Well said.
Or not value, but that aligns with my value system. There's
They've
like,
created an amazing reward system that is pretty addicting.
and even when you leave it, there's a FOMO system. Everybody else is growing but you. Everybody else is getting clients on Instagram but you. Everybody's growing, growing, growing. Everybody is evolving with technology. You're not. You're not. You're in this traditional sense of, or you're just doing traditional work on website and like you're, it makes you feel like you're not moving along with the crowd. And, we were talking about courage. Maybe that takes a lot of courage. Maybe we're stupid with not being up to date with, and it's silly that we're not capitalizing on all the benefits that socials could offer. But why spend time in that arena if it really just doesn't, if it
Yeah.
doesn't mold with who you are, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that's, I guess, the best way I've been able to put it together as a
Yeah.
summary for our feelings, or mine anyways, about socials.
When I look at socials, I think of it as a huge wide net that is a lotto ticket that 1 in a million might garnish some sort of connection or reach out. Airbnb, the business, reached out to me asking me about photos the other day. Pretty cool.
That happened to you?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Congratulations. That's very cool.
Thank you. Do they want to pay me? Probably not.
No.
But they still liked my stuff.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
cool.
At the end of the day, what's it going to garnish me? I'm not sure, if anything, except a ego boost.
Hopefully
Cool.
it does.
Yeah, maybe, but I doubt it. I'm sure there's a list of 1,000 photos they can use, and I'm sure a lot of people will be psyched to be like, "Hey, oh my god, cool, yeah, use mine, put me on there, give me the credit for free," and that's fine. I might even do that if it comes down to it. But my point being is, it's a big net, and those opportunities might happen once every 6 years. In my case,
Yeah, unless you're doing.
the other aspect, though, is when we're spending so much time on the big net, again, you only have so much time and you're missing out time on the small net. And the small net is the restaurant down the street, the person up the street that needs photos for an engagement, whatever it may be, Telefunken down the road that has hired me over and over and over again. So my point is that there's an avenue to spend time that, depending on what your real want is, do you want to get paid to be a photographer? Do you just want accolades and people saying awesome photos? Do you want a huge following? Whatever your want is, like we had that we had a good episode about really digging into your, where do I want this to go? And
Mhm.
then really auditing the time that you're spent doing it. Because I'll tell you what, like Seth maybe one day would be in the same shoes. I've got a son, I've got the dogs now, I've got a job. Like you only have so much time, and you got to be really smart with where you use it, especially as you get older,
Sure.
and things just fill in the calendar, like travel soccer, for God's sakes. It just takes away a lot of time. So the concept of, do I want to really cast a huge net all the time and get nothing except maybe once a year or once every 3 years, like something cool that happens from it? Or I've set that up, and I've been thinking about this a lot. I've set that profile up. Do I like set it and forget it? Do I set it in a way that advertises me as the photographer that I want the world to see me as? And do I just leave it there in case someone finds me on it? But I really make my approach in a different way and spend my time doing very specific things that are nearby. And I got to say, like, there's a good chance that someone from California wants you to come out to do an Airbnb or a shoot for some reason, and you're like, well, I can't travel. So you're like throwing a net out there for certain attention, and it's bringing in all kinds of people that it might not work out. It might not be something that's feasible, versus really zoning into, what do I want from this? Do I want to have the peace of being in the woods alone and sharing photos with friends and family? Do I want money from this? So
Yeah.
maybe I should go to places I can actually travel to, and places that are nearby and could
Yeah.
garnish repeat business.
Sure.
So digging into the why and trimming the fat. And it's
Sure.
hard, it's scary, it's hard, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure. And I think one of the criticisms, Dalton had this criticism, is that Like we're not saying that you can't create business from socials if you're interested in that.
No.
What At least what I'm saying is I can create meaningful connections and income without going on a platform that I dislike.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that like don't go on Instagram, don't try and generate business there, don't even waste your time. Like I don't think we're
No, no,
being
no, 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 no,
pessimistic in
no.
that sense. I think you and I can only speak from our own experience, and
Mhm.
we're speaking about how and why it's so much lower on the totem pole than it may be for other people. I think
Yeah, and
that
that
is
changes, and that it was way higher for me. It's
sure.
medium height, let's say right now. It could go back up to high, or it could keep dropping, and the stock is plummeting down to 0. Who knows? I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, I think you're right. It depends. Just cue into your strategy, whatever that is. And
Yeah.
the strategy that works for you the best. If the strategy for you works that like you can post and you have a great personality and you could camera facing towards yourself and like you're a great storyteller and your followers are climbing and you're getting business from it, keep doing what you're doing if it's successful. But if that's painful to you,
Yeah, you gotta like it.
yeah, if that's not fun, if it's not making you sleep well at night, if you're anxious about it, if you're like you don't like the process, then really ask yourself, "Well, what am I trying to get from this?"
Or you're in what I described, where you're like at 1 million followers now, and it's, oh my God, I have paying subscribers and people expecting things of me. I can't leave this.
Yeah, it's
Right?
it is very interesting.
Almost like be careful what you wish for,
Yeah, that
because
trap.
you will never get back the day of when the first little window where you fell in love with photography, where it was just, this is awesome. Unless you choose to stay there, which is also very noble,
Mhm.
you know? So I guess highlights from this conversation are it takes tremendous amount of courage to walk away from things that you've sunk a lot of time into, but it's okay. It doesn't make you a failure. You're able to do it should you please to. I'm not saying again that that's what I'm going to do. I'm just saying I want the option. uh, I guess another some piece of the summary of this episode too is backpacks don't matter. I'm just kidding. What else, you know?
Don't get 2 dogs if you have a podcast.
Sure.
I've learned that the hard way. Sorry, Seth.
Yeah, that's all right.
They're calm now. Do you wanna do
Good.
another hour?
You look down and they're just deceased because you've snapped their necks. This podcast, no animals were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Yeah, thank you. I laugh because it's true. It's not
Yeah.
true. Yeah, man.
So
Good combo.
300
300 eps. We'll have a huge party at 306.
or 319
We have 900 left to go.
or 0.
And then we'll get to 1200 and then
That's just
I'm
it. You
done.
could never do one ever again, or you could do like till you're deceased.
Yeah. We both want to quit, but we feel bad for the other person because we think they want to keep going.
I
So we
like the
just keep-
show.
We just keep plugging along.
I like the show. I like it.
You're just saying that because you feel like I like it.
That's so funny. I mean, it speaks to the impermanence of things. Like everything stops at some point. Not to be too cheesy and leave you on a existential cliff as we end, but
Yeah, guys, this relationship will end at some point
yeah, what a sad
Through-
day that'll be.
through death or we quit. Either way, the show's not going to go on for 100 years. This show will not, unless I have an heir to the throne. So my son can take it over with you. He's probably closer to your age than I am.
Damn.
And then you'll become me and he'll be the young buck,
Wow.
right? Creepy.
Your father would have said that.
Right.
Do it again.
You're an embarrassment. It's the man's name.
You're an embarrassment. You don't even drive a 4Runner.
You're driving some EV.
You drive a Prius.
Yeah. What the hell?
No offense to our Prius lovers.
Love Prius.
I hope someone's in a Prius listening right now and just killing it on gas mileage.
Yeah.
You
They're
pull by and
listening
you're.
They're like,
Yeah.
I like electric cars sounds that they make. That's one of my favorite sounds.
Oh.
Just all that.
You're gonna
Humming.
laugh. My favorite
Nice
sound.
humming.
One of my favorite sounds is I was doing this earlier. Is you wouldn't know it maybe. Is the tape when you're taping a hockey stick. The
Oh, yeah, sure. I can imagine tape.
sound
That's
it
nice.
makes. I need to do some like ASMR on here. It just sounds so good. It's got its own twang and stickiness.
Yeah.
I realize I'm fulfilling the stereotype.
Grip tape. I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
We used to do that on lacrosse sticks. And
Oh, you're a lax bro. I forgot.
yeah.
Midfielder.
Probably similar tape.
You're a midfielder.
Yeah. Was.
All right.
Wouldn't want to do that now.
Till next time. We got some guests coming up soon. So
Cool.
all right.
All right, guy.
Smell you later.
Bye.